Children. So yesterday we started metals and non-metals. We discussed about the metals, the physical properties. What we are discussing yesterday about the physical properties. Physical properties. In this physical properties, first we discussed about the luxurious. What is meant by luxurious? Shiny. The metals which are shining are called as luxurious. We gave example as iron, zinc, copper, aluminium, magnesium. These will shine. Okay. Then which will not shine? Sulfur, carbon, iodine. Sulfur, carbon, iodine will not shine. Next we discussed about the second one is sonority. Means the metals which produces sound. Which produce sound. The metals which produce sound are called as sonorous. So yesterday we discussed luxurious, sonorous. What are the examples for this one? Iron, zinc, copper, aluminium, they produce sound. Which one will not produce sound? Magnesium, sulfur, carbon, iodine. They will not produce sound. So in physical properties, two properties are completed, luxurious and sonority. Luxurious means which one will shine, sonority means which produces sound. In luxurious we can see that iron, zinc, copper, aluminium, magnesium will shine and sulfur, carbon, iodine will not shine. And sonority produce sound, iron, zinc, copper, aluminium will produce sound. Magnesium, sulfur, carbon, iodine will not produce sound. Today our topic is of the third property, luxurious is completed. What is the third one is malleability. The third property is malleability. In this malleability, what is malleability? The metals are flattened into sheets. The metals are flattened into sheets. Means they will take these metals and they will take a hammer and beat on them. Did you understand? And make them into flat substances. Means we will have what is that? Shed houses. Asbestos sheets we will have. Otherwise, our iron boxes to keep some what is that? Things in the house. We will get iron boxes, no? Or rice will be stored in our houses, or steel containers. How they will be? First they will be flattened. To make them into flattened, the metals are flattened into sheets. Copper plates will be there, no? Near God we will keep. Entralu antam. Near to the doors or near God, which is in square shape it will be. Then iron sheets we will get. This is called as malleability. Means the converting the metals into flat sheets. Converting the metals into flat sheets are called as malleability. Here, what are the examples of this malleability? When we are taking this iron, copper, zinc, aluminium. These are converted into sheets. What are converted into sheets? Iron, copper, zinc, aluminium are converted into sheets. But magnesium, carbon, sulfur, iodine are not converted to sheets. So what are the examples where we can see that the metals are converted into flat sheets? Sheets means we can see examples are iron, copper, zinc, aluminium are converted into sheets, but which are not converted means magnesium, carbon, sulfur, iodine are not converted into sheets. Next one, this is the third property, malleability. Fourth property is ductility. The best example I can give you are geometry box also. How the geometry box will be in a flattened shape, means converting into such types. Previously school boxes also used to be there. They used to carry books in that boxes and they used to go, which are flat aluminium substances. You will get aluminium foils also, no, to store the food materials. Silver foils, aluminium foils we will get, which are in the same way we can see this also. Next one is ductility. What is the next property? Ductility. The metals are converted into long wires. The metals are converted into long wires. So in our houses, when mummy is ready to keep to dry the clothes, what she will do? She will take an iron wire and she will tie on the terrace, and on that she will keep the clothes. Copper wire. Converting the metals into long thin wires. Even in our electrical appliances also, our electrical appliances are coated with the plastic. If I cut that plastic, what will be present inside that one? Copper wire will be present, no? So converting the metals into long thin wires is only called as ductility. Okay, then what will come under this examples of ductility? Iron. Will iron be converted into wire? Yes. Copper? Yes. Then zinc? Yes. Aluminium? Yes. These all the metals, iron, copper, zinc, aluminium, all will be converted into thin wires. But what will not be converted into thin wires means magnesium, carbon, sulfur, iodine. Sulfur, iodine, they will not be conducted. First property is luxurious, second property is sonority, third property is malleability, fourth property is ductility. Malleability, the metals are flattened. Ductility, the metals are converted into long wires. Now fifth property is electric conductivity. So four properties are completed. The next property is electric conductivity. In this, once again let us be back to our 6th and 7th classes. We prepared our own electric equipment. How the bulb will glow. How the bulb will glow we want to know means what did we took? We took a cardboard. Okay. Here we kept some pins. Okay, from here a battery was connected, and here one more wire we bought. Okay, here we can connect the switch, and from here we are connecting a metal. We are connecting a bulb actually. Here we will connect the bulb. So this here the circuit is given. See here the circuit is here. Then here is the battery. Here is the switch. If not, if you don't want the switch here, you can connect the bulb like this. Okay, make this as a switch. We know that here in this place we kept a safety pin. Here we kept a safety pin. Now, if the safety pin, this is point A, this is point B. If the safety pin is very close to this point B, what will happen? The bulb will glow. Means the switch is in on position. Okay. If I remove the safety pin from the position B, what will happen? The bulb will not glow. The bulb will not glow. Then we will say that the switch is in off position. How to make our own bulb to glow means we will take a battery, we will take the switch and we will take the bulb. Instead of switch, what we are doing here, we will connect here two all pins, and to these all pins we are keeping a safety pin. If I bring to one side the safety pin will be connected, to other side it will not be connected. When I bring this safety pin very close to this point B, what will happen? The bulb will glow. And if I remove the safety pin, the bulb will not glow, then it will be in off position. So now electric conductivity, to know that one, we are taking few metals like zinc, copper, iron, carbon, okay, then aluminium, sulfur, magnesium, iodine. So these are the metals which I am taking to test this whether the bulb will glow or not. Electric conductivity, you have to make a circuit like this, and instead of safety pin, now I kept a zinc plate. Any zinc object. Will the bulb glow? Yes, the bulb will glow. Next, I removed this zinc here and I placed a copper. If I place here copper, will the bulb glow? Yes, the bulb will glow. This is an activity you have to do. This is an lab activity which we have to do. So, if possible, this circuit is very simple. You can take a battery. You have to take a cardboard, keep two R pins to this one and connect one wire from here to the bulb and the other wire from here to the battery, which is the positive and negative terminal, and from here to the bulb. So total how many wires you have to take? Total 3 wires you have to take. One wire from the alpine to the bulb, the other wire from the alpine to the battery, and from the battery to this bulb you have to connect and one by one. First you place zinc, next copper, next iron, next carbon, next aluminium, next sulfur, next magnesium and next iodine, and try to observe where and how the bulb will glow and where it will not glow. Where it will glow, it is a physical property of the metal, and where it will not glow, it is not the physical property. Then, if I am taking here zinc, yes, the bulb glows. Copper, yes, the bulb glows. If I am taking iron, yes, the bulb will glow. Okay, if I am taking carbon, no, the bulb will not glow. Next, if I am taking aluminium, yes, the bulb will glow. If I am taking sulfur, the bulb will not glow, no. Then if I am taking magnesium, the bulb will not glow. If I am taking iodine, the bulb will not glow. So in which cases we can see that the bulb will glow? Here, zinc, copper, okay, iron, then aluminium. In these 4 cases, you can see that the bulb will glow. In the remaining cases where near carbon, sulfur and magnesium and iodine, the bulb will not glow. This is the electric conductivity of what is that? Heat. We discussed about luxurious, sonority, malleability, ductility, Then electric conductivity of electric conductivity. Next, conductivity of heat we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you.